David Byrd. Ethiopia's prime minister and military chiefs say that federal forces have taken full control of the Tigray region's capital, Mekelle. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said in a statement posted on his Twitter page that the federal government is now fully in control of the city of Mekelle. Authorities had said earlier that government forces were in the final stages of an offensive in the region and would take care to protect civilians in Mekelle, a city of 500,000 people. There was no immediate comment from the Tigrayan forces in the northern region who have been fighting government troops for the past 3 weeks. Claims from all sides are difficult to verify since phone and internet links to the region have been down and access has been tightly controlled since fighting began on November 4th. Thousands of people are believed to have died and around 43,000 refugees have fled to neighboring Sudan during the conflict. The head of the UN Refugee Agency says Sudan needs $150 million in aid to cope with the flood of Ethiopian refugees crossing the border from the conflict zone. Filippo Grandi said during a visit to a Sudanese camp on Saturday the funds are needed for water, shelter, and health services.
The UN and humanitarian community needs about $150 million for the next 6 months to help the government of Sudan manage this refugee crisis.
Sudan has accepted more than 43,000 Ethiopian refugees while struggling with its own deep economic crisis. The country is also going through a fragile transition since the April 2019 ouster of veteran strongman Omar al-Bashir after unprecedented mass protests against his rule triggered by economic hardship. Iran's supreme leader promised on Saturday to retaliate for the killing of the Islamic Republic's top nuclear scientist on Friday. Reuters' Lauren Anthony has more.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, Iran's top authority, pledged to continue the work of Mohsen Fakhrizadeh, who Western and Israeli governments believe orchestrated a secret Iranian program to make weapons. Iran's President Hassan Rouhani was swift to blame US ally Israel for the assassination. He told a televised cabinet meeting that the Islamic Republic would respond, quote, at the proper time. Israel's N12 news channel says Israeli embassies have now been put on high alert. But the country has declined to comment on the attack. Tensions between the US and Iran have risen since Trump pulled Washington out of a 2015 international nuclear deal and ramped up harsh economic sanctions that drove down Iran's vital oil exports, crippling its economy.
That's Reuters' Lauren Anthony. Chancellor Angela Merkel is appealing anew to Germans to adhere to coronavirus restrictions as the Christmas season begins. AP's Charles de Ledesma has details.
Chancellor Angela Merkel is appealing anew to Germans to adhere to coronavirus restrictions as the Christmas period is soon to begin. In her weekly video, Merkel has urged citizens to keep to the rules, saying it will be worth it. She says Germans can be proud of their discipline and thoughtfulness over the past 10 months and encourages them to keep to the rules and reduce their contacts over the festive season. Federal and state leaders this week decided to extend a partial shutdown that started November 2 until at least December 20 and tighten some restrictions. The measures so far have succeeded in halting a rise in new coronavirus cases, but haven't pushed them down significantly. I'm Charles de Ledesma.
As coronavirus cases surge, Los Angeles County has announced a new stay-at-home order. We get the details from AP's Mike Hempen.
The 3-week order takes effect Monday. It was announced Friday as L.A. County, the nation's most populous, confirmed 24 new deaths and more than 4,500 new infections. The order advises people to stay home as much as possible and to wear face masks when they go out. It bans people from gathering with others who aren't in their households, either publicly or privately. However, church services and protests are exempted. Businesses can remain open, but with limited capacity. Beaches, trails, and parks also will remain open. I'm Mike Hempen.